Last week, Steve's good friend and owner of Corbon Ammunition, Peter Pye, shot a big New Mexico 6x6 bull.
It's an amazing hunt, another great adventure here, and congratulations, Peter.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, we got to get this elk taken care of and packed out of here, but I've still got an elk tag in my pocket. And
you're up next, buddy.
And now it was Steve's turn, in a valley filled with elk, and darkness closing in fast.
I'd caught a glimpse of a great big bull back in the brush, and I was sure that he was going to follow the cows out into the open. But he just disappeared into the darkness.
The hunters retreat back to the lodge, but they know where they'll be in the morning.
Now, that night, we'd seen the elk down in the valley bottoms where they go to feed. The next morning, we were back above them, waiting for them to come back to us.
Squeaking up there, you hear a cow calling. I can see elk about 800 yards away. It's a good start.
And then he just appeared out of nowhere.
He's right there. Is he a good bull? Yeah, he's a good bull. Is that him on the top? Walking down. Steve, I've got him dead solid. He walked behind the tree.
Now, this rarely happens. When this bull came out, he came off the top and went down low. And at the same time, there was another smaller bull up on the ridgetop. I was on the bull that was up on the ridgetop, and we got our wires crossed where the camera guy and the guides were filming a bull down low. I'm really lucky that I didn't shoot the wrong bull.
That was close. It was a bull I definitely wanted to shoot, but
He was just slippery. If we're patient, he should come back down tonight, go down to feed. He's just got up into the timber. He's in his bedding area, so we're going to leave him alone. But it's a good spot. A lot of elk move through here.
Yeah, come back.
On their way out, Steve got the call. His client, Rich Winkler, had shot a big bull. He and his guide needed some help getting it out of the woods, and Steve had just the rig to get it done.
We can't get there in Steve's truck?
We can always get there in my truck.
Any way that we can get up here and drive a truck down the fence line, I'm looking at that. I mean, that's...
Okay, 10-4, we'll work our way that way.
Always help your fellow hunters. And when we come back from this commercial break, Steve is back on the mountain looking for an elk of his own.
Follow Steve's Outdoor Adventures on Facebook and Twitter and keep up with all the action, as well as find out about some great giveaways that we have throughout the year.
With his client back at the lodge and all tagged out, Steve is back on the mountain looking for the bull they had slipped through their fingers earlier that morning, hoping he would feed back down on the same path he went up on to his bedding area.
We were all set up and we'd been there for quite a while, and just as the sun started to set, some elk popped out in the bottom. And then just a moment later, some more elk popped out, higher on the hill, headed for the ridge top. And he was with them.
Come out to the left. There he is.
Left. Maybe he'll come out.
This bull, he came out on a different path and he went right across what few openings there were and he disappeared into the timber.
Another little one. I've got him framed perfectly and I'm rolling.
And all we were left to do was enjoy watching a bunch of other elk. This bull took a different path than he had in the morning. And he would step behind trees and go through openings really fast, and he just disappeared into the timber like a ghost. And we all agreed that this bull was big enough and unique enough that he deserved a nickname. So we decided to call him Swayze.
Just like a ghost, he got by us again. We couldn't believe it. We just kind of put our heads down and man, we didn't know what to think, how this elk got away from us again. I mean, he burned us.
It happened again. The bull got through as far as we could get on him. I don't know how he got to where he got to without being seen, but he did. That bull just got through again. I don't know. Well, I guess I know where we'll be tomorrow morning.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, we'll keep telling ourselves that. Well, we gotta get out of here. It's getting cold. It's gonna be close to 0 tonight.
Yeah, easy.
Up here, maybe below.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get down off the mountain, let him be, get back up here in the morning. A little earlier this time.
Yeah.
I expect you to be ready.
On this hunt, we had to travel several miles every day on top of snow and mud to get to and from our hunting areas. And by mid-morning, It was soft and hard to navigate. I was really glad I drove my own truck down there to help with the transportation on the ranch, because I had recently done a makeover on the 2005 Ford F-350. Instead of spending $60,000 or more on a new truck, I decided to take the truck I had and make it the truck I always wanted to have, the ultimate hunting rig. I took off the factory bed and I replaced it with a Bradford-built flatbed. We installed a rear-mounted winch, we took out the interior and carpet, and we replaced it with a spray-in bed liner, and then reinstalled the seats with a fresh set of Marathon seat covers, specifically so I can pressure wash out the interior of my truck. And then I finished the truck off with some diamond plating to protect the truck from future damage. And now I had the perfect rig for elk camp, and I was glad to have it with me in Chama, New Mexico. To see the entire truck makeover video, go to the Outdoor Channel website listed on the screen and see the video clips that we didn't have time for in today's show and what we like to call the cutting room floor.
Will Steve get a shot at the bull they named Swayze? Find out after this short commercial break.
If you'd like to book your own guided big game hunting adventure, give my office a call. I will personally take your calls, answer your questions, and help you book the hunting or fishing trip of a lifetime.
What I'm doing is I'm letting the air out of my truck tires, dropping my pressure from about 40 or 50 pounds down to 15 pounds so they can get around on top of the mud and snow. The mushier the tire, the better they float. Hopefully today's the day we get a chance to, well, not a chance, today's the day we need to get a shot.
After getting set up, it wasn't long before the elk started filtering back up to the bedding areas.
Now the determination came in. We were not going to let this happen again, and I told Steve, you know what? The third time's going to be a charm, and we just kind of laughed about it and said we hoped that he was going to follow his routes and do the same thing. I was pretty confident he was because he never knew we were there. They didn't have a clue, you know, that we were there, and it was a decent range away from us. He was passing from, you know, mid-3s to 400 yards, you know, across the canyon, slipping through. Well, we waited for him again.
With so many elk starting to feed back up the mountain and show up so early that morning, I figured I better get down in my pack and get a dead rest and be ready. And I hadn't been there 2 minutes when Swayze showed up on the ridgetop.
Here he comes right where we wanted him to come through.
That's Swayze. That's Swayze. That's Swayze. I'm rolling on him. He's a big bull.
It was just over 400 yards across that draw. I had the right rifle, I had the right ammunition, and I definitely had the right scope to make the shot.
I'm on him, Steve.
You hit him.
Watch, he's gonna come off. He's kicking under that tree. See the dead tree?
Yep.
Move right. Just go 2 trees over.
That's where I'm at right
Yeah,
now.
then you're good. He's done, man.
Yeah, he's done.
We got Swayze.
We got
Good
Swayze.
job.
Good shooting.
job, man. Good shooting. Good job, guys.
Love it when the plan comes together.
Swayze was down. He had beaten us the previous 2 times, but we used our hunting knowledge and we made it all pay off.
He stayed on the same pattern, going between feeding and bedding areas. We got him patterned, and we got him killed. Awesome.
Swayze met his end. And he fell to that TDPX also. That full copper bullet did a wonderful job on that elk.
Say we'll let's drag you down there and we'll do photos and everything in that snow right at the bottom.
He'll almost drag himself pretty good.
You're good, I'll move.
Well, this awesome bull is the combination of great teamwork and excellent guides. There's a lot of elk here, and they know where they feed and where they bed, and they know exactly the travel corridors that we need to be set up on. And for 3 straight hunts, we've been trying to hunt this bull, the one that we call Swayze, because he was like a ghost. He would move through the trees, disappearing, reappearing, never giving me a shot. And then all you'd see is just a little piece of him back there. But today he screwed up. He came across an open hillside about 600 yards away. We were able to get a good look at him well before he got to us. We got set up, and when he hit the top of the hill at 386 yards, I ranged him and eliminated him. What a bull. I mean, he's got awesome character. He's old, he's got broken tines, but he's real massive, long main beams. What an amazing bull, an amazing hunt, and a fantastic adventure. While Mark and Tim stayed behind to field dress the bull, I hiked all the way back out to get my truck and drove in so that we could load up Swayze for his ride back to the lodge.
Tell me that wasn't awesome.
You know, when you get basically the way I see them as superstars in the hunting world over here, you never know, what to expect. And I'll tell you what, to all you people out there that might think being in a camp with celebrities is not fun, you haven't been there. These guys are a riot. And the entertainment was great. Having these guys in camp, man, they were just like being in a hunting camp with your best friends.
That is exactly why I put a Bradford-built bed on the back of this truck and mounted a winch against the cab.
Only the strong survive.
Only the ones with winches, anyway.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier. This is actually my first Chama bull, and I hope it's not my last. In fact, if you'd like to book this hunt for yourself, contact my office. I will personally take your calls, answer your questions, and help you book the elk hunt of a lifetime. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show, but please remember to join us again next week when we bring you another exciting episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures.